welcome to another video. Welcome to another video. My name is Brishane B, and I'll be showing you my process of creating acrylic pours. More specifically, Dreamsicle. That's the painting that you've just seen. And yeah, I hope you dig it. When it comes to mixing my colors, I don't measure. I want to get in the habit of doing so, but I'm more of an eye and feel, go with the flow type of person. Keep going until the ancestors tell you to stop type of person. So I don't measure, but I know roughly with Arteza Paints, I can get away with 4 to 5 parts mixing medium to 1 part paint. And with like FolkArt, DecoArt, I can get away with 3 to 4 parts mixing medium to 1 part paint. Any other brands, I typically do 2 to 3 parts mixing medium to 1 part paint. I use Floetrol, water, and a pouring mix from a company whose name I'm not really sure how to pronounce, but I will leave the details in the description. As you can see, the consistency of this pour is very liquidy. It's a little too fluid for my liking, and honestly, if I didn't have that initial layer of black that I laid down, it probably would have been a problem once this dried down. When you're mixing your colors, that's why I want to get in the habit of measuring my colors, not so that I can do it every time, but so I at least understand the limits of the pigments per brand, because the paint pigment doesn't multiply when you're adding the pouring medium. The pouring medium is just stretching out that pigment, and depending on the quality of paint and how much paint you use, that pigment can only be stretched so far. I have paintings where against the wall you can't tell anything, on a surface you can't tell anything. You see all the colors that are intended to be seen. But if you put it up against the light, you can see where the light seeps through certain patches, and it's because the opacity of that color isn't as adequate as other colors that may have been mixed a little bit different, or there was just more pouring medium to pigment in that specific area for that specific color, if that makes sense. I will do a video demonstrating this and giving you examples so that you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Now I'm adding paint and colors where I see fit, tweaking it to my liking. Initially, that sea of blue in the center was driving me absolutely nuts, but it all came together in the end. I am adding colors with the popsicle stick, I'm pouring it, I'm doing whatever until I just feel like it speaks to me, until the ancestors say to stop and move on to the next stage, which is glitter and or glass. Now, during this step of adding glitter, I realized that I added it way too early. As you can see, the glitter was seeping out, spreading out because the paint was so wet. I've added glitter to paintings before, but I've never had this happen, and it's because I've always added glitter as like an afterthought. So I waited a few more hours to lay an additional layer of glitter. Here I'm adding silver, which I had no intentions of doing before, but it better complements the purple glitter, and it sits on top of the iridescent glitter beautifully. Since the iridescent is so fine, it didn't seep through the paint. It more so became kind of like a paste and a sandy texture, so it sit on top of the paint beautifully, allowing the silver glitter to just rest on top of it, and you still get that iridescent glow. I love the mixture of the two. They really just made this piece what it is. I had to wait a few more hours to add more purple glitter because at this stage it was still seeping through, but mistakes and errors are blessings in disguise. Sometimes you end up creating something 10 times more beautiful by correcting what you don't like. So just don't stop until the painting speaks to you. Again, please use safety gear when working with resin. I do end up putting a face mask on once I get started, but that still isn't a proper mask. I now use a respirator mask that I bought off of Amazon and safety goggles because I've had issues with my eyes ever since using resin. And yeah, I highly recommend at least watching 1 or 2 people's experience with resin or health complications due to resin before deciding whether or not you want to partake in safety precautions, but I do highly recommend that you protect yourself. Here's the finished piece. I absolutely love it. It came together so beautifully. If you are interested in this piece, it is available on my website. The link will be in the description box. Her name is Dreamsicle, and yeah, I just love how it came out. I hope you guys enjoyed the process and learned something or just were simply entertained. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave them below, and any requests for colors or things that you would like to see, feel free to let me know, and I'd love to entertain them. See you guys in the next one. Peace.